Hey guys, welcome back. So, a few weeks ago I did a review, an unscripted review of Galagan's Island. And then then last week, last Sunday, I did a review of Shovel Knight, which, you know, whatever. Between the two videos, I got a lot of feedback, interesting feedback. Like this. You've clearly never seen any of my other videos. I mean, there's much worse. Trust me, there's much worse. But anyway, I digress. The point is that with last week, for whatever reason, the developer, the creator, the young guy that created Galagan's Island, kind of contacted me via comments on my video, on my review video of his game. And suffice to say, he was less than pleased. And I mean, because I did not give it a glowing review. I mean, I'm not going to lie. That's because the game that I played was very much an unfinished product. And to be fair, many of these videos that I release are often shot weeks and sometimes months in advance, and that was a good example of one. I mean, I shot that review not very long after I got a hold of the copy of the game, you know. So he was kind of concerned that I had put information out there about a game that had long since evolved past that. I did express some less than favorable opinions about aspects of the game that have been apparently addressed, according to him, and he wanted to make sure that I portrayed the game in an accurate light. So I decided to go back. I played the rebuild. He told me to go and play the updated version because honestly, after that, based on the game, the version of the game I played, I wasn't honestly particularly interested in revisiting it because it really lacked anything that I look for in a shooter game. So went back and gave it another go and have played it since then. So let's talk about some stuff. The UI, the user interface, the smiley faces and things like that, they have since completely revamped that, and the UI is completely usable now. I mean, you can tell. You know you're overheating, you know your health, you know exactly what your health is, you know what your firing rate is, you know what your ship speed is, things like that. All that stuff is there now, and the interface is very easy to follow. It's much cleaner, much better, and it looks more professional versus what it kind of looked like before. Granted, before it was probably just placeholders for what was to come, but it's much better. The auto fire, I complained quite a bit about the auto fire, being able to turn on auto fire, drop my controller down on the desk, and I could leave the room and finish a level. And that has been removed. It is now fire. You know, you can shoot, you can choose not to shoot, you can hold it, you can whatever you want to do. You're more in control of the firing rate. It's not like on or off. It's not a binary firing system set up on the game. So that works so much better. I like that a lot more. They've added some stuff that I don't remember being in there. There's a rotate feature where if you get the kind of, I always think of it like Siamese twin ship, the ships that are the tandem ships that are attached. You can rotate in a vertical or horizontal position, so you can get enemies behind you or double up your shot. They've increased the they've added the some power-ups there that actually work a lot better to me. The power-up system is a lot better now. The controls are much better. Something that was there before and I wasn't sure what it was, but now I get it, was the hover control. The hover control does is, by default, the ship drops to the bottom of the screen and stays there. If you move up, it will drop back down automatically. And if you need to stay up, you hold hover, and you can pretty much go anywhere on the screen, and that's where you'll more or less stay. You'll drift a little bit just like you would on any other vertical scrolling shooter, but if you hold hover, you'll stay in place, and you'll drop down. The thing about that is I did not, at first, I want to be clear, at first, I did not like the fact that your ship would just drop to the bottom of the screen. I didn't like it at all. But that was until I got to the boss battle. The boss battle, I found that it was really useful, frankly. The ability to drop back to the screen, the bottom of the screen quickly, was useful to me. There are many times I would have to loop around a barrage of fire to drop back down quickly and shoot the boss. So what started off as something I didn't care for, I saw the use. But there may be a way to alter that. I'm not going to complain about it. It's not my favorite thing, but it was useful. So I won't complain. It was useful. The graphics, they seem to have a little bit more polish now. I don't know if it's because I was running at a higher resolution this time around, or a higher eye candy level this time around. It looked better to me this time around, so I was pleased with that. It's come a long way, and I'm not going to the first review I did, it may have been a little bit unfair of me to put something out on an old version, being that how I record these. But anyway, that being said, the game has come a long way. It is still in early access, like kind of a beta phase, and so who knows when the final product will be finished, if it ever will be. It might be one of those work in progress kind of things forever. And in that case, that's okay, because, the more, I don't know, something that evolves constantly is kind of cool. Because honestly, there's always room for improvement on everything, right? So, that being said, my outlook is quite different. They've added stuff, they've added upgrade things, they've added, everything is a lot better. I think my only complaint would still be the music. While there seems to be a little bit more cohesion in the music, in the levels, it seemed like when you got to the boss fight, the style of music changed, and it went from being kind of a pseudo chip tunes kind of thing to like a rapper, and it was just so abrupt. If you're going to do that, I feel like it should be one or the other, but that's really a minor detail. I could always just turn the music off if I don't want to hear it. So that's it. Overall, bravo, much better. It is now. I'm actually going to go back and play it some more. Honestly, so I've gone from not liking it at all to actually enjoying it quite a bit. So there you go. Things change, and that's one thing I want to applaud this guy for, was that, while he was a little, I don't want to say hostile at first toward me, I will say that it's cool to see a developer, however young he is, it doesn't matter to me, being very responsive to the critiques of the community. And when you put stuff out there in a place where and in a world and in a time where people can play it and give an honest opinion out there, for you to jump in there and address it immediately, that's awesome. So, I gotta applaud you for that, and you've done a fantastic job. You've really, this game has actually evolved quite a bit and turning into something really good. Take that, and there you go. So I appreciate the free copy. Obviously, I always appreciate anything like that. But I do want to mention that you've done a fantastic job updating this thing and making it much better. So to my viewers, however few or many there are of you, and whoever's going to hate me or not, it's worth a look, and you know, consider it. Anyway, that's it. Remember, rate, comment, subscribe. As always, thanks for watching.